We're diving into a penny that could be sitting in your change jar right now, the 1962 D. Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, this small, unassuming coin might be worth millions of dollars. Sounds unbelievable? Well, stick around as we uncover what makes this penny so special and how you can find one too. This is the 1962 D. Lincoln penny, minted in Denver. At first glance, it may look just like any other penny you've seen. But for coin collectors, there's so much more than meets the eye. This humble penny could be worth thousands, or even millions, depending on a few key factors. Now, let's talk about what makes a 1962 D penny valuable. There are a few factors you need to keep in mind if you want to spot a rare one. Let's break it down. First up, condition. Like any collectible, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins graded at mint state 65 or higher are the ones that can fetch a premium. These pennies have sharp details, no visible wear, and a lustrous surface. So, if your 1962 D penny looks fresh off the mint, you could be in luck. Next, we have rare minting errors. Some of the most valuable 1962 D pennies have unique errors like double die strikes, off-center errors, or even repunched mint marks. These mistakes make your penny one of a kind, and coin collectors love that. A penny with a significant error can easily skyrocket in value. And finally, historical significance. The Lincoln Penny series is one of the longest running in U.S. history, with this design celebrating President Lincoln. The 1962 penny holds a place in mid-20th century coinage, but finding a rare one in pristine condition today is a real treasure. So, how much can a 1962 D. Lincoln penny actually be worth? In 2019, one of these pennies, in near-perfect condition, sold for over $10,000 at auction. And rare pennies with striking errors have sold for even more. Some coin experts predict that the right error or condition could push the value well into the six-figure range, and yes, even $1 million is possible if the right buyer comes along. Now, you might be wondering, how do I find one of these valuable pennies? Well, it's simpler than you think. Start by checking your change jar, old piggy banks, or ask your grandparents if they have any saved pennies from the 1960s. You can also visit coin shops, coin shows, or even browse online auctions to spot a good deal. If you think you found a rare 1962 D penny, the next step is to get it authenticated and graded by a professional. The value of your coin can vary greatly depending on its condition, so make sure you have an expert assess it. We have an exciting coin to talk about, the 1969 D. Lincoln penny. That's right, a humble penny that could be worth millions of dollars. Stay tuned because you don't want to miss out on the details of what makes this coin so valuable. Alright, let's get into the history behind this coin. The Lincoln penny, as many of you know, has been in circulation for over a century. The 1969 D. Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, which is what the D mint mark represents. Millions of these pennies were produced in 1969, so you might be wondering, how could one of these pennies be worth so much? Well, the key lies in rare errors and unique minting characteristics that make certain coins stand out. So, let's dive into what makes this 1969 D. Lincoln penny worth potentially millions. The answer is simple: errors. Specifically, the most valuable versions of this coin are those with the famous double die obverse error. A double die error happens when a coin's design is accidentally struck twice, creating a doubling effect that you can usually see on the letters or numbers of the coin. In the case of the 1969 D penny, the doubling often appears on the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date asterisk, 1969. If you can spot this doubling effect, you could have a seriously valuable coin on your hands. Now, the burning question: how much is this rare error coin worth? Depending on the condition and the severity of the double die error, this penny can sell for thousands, even millions, of dollars at auctions. In fact, one of these 1969 D pennies sold for a jaw-dropping $126,500 at a heritage auction event. So if you have one of these error coins in mint condition, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Asterisk. So, how can you tell if your 1969 D Lincoln penny is the rare one worth millions? Here's what you need to look for. Asterisk. Check for the D mint mark below the date. Asterisk. Look closely at the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust. Are they doubled? Asterisk. Asterisk. Check the numbers in the date 1969. Is there a doubling effect? Asterisk. Asterisk. Of course, as with most valuable coins, condition is key. The most valuable 1969 D pennies are in excellent condition, often graded by a third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading agencies assign coins a score from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. If your penny is in great condition with that double die error, you could have one of the best preserved examples, which increases its value dramatically. Asterisk. So, there you have it. If you have a 1969 D Lincoln penny, take a close look, you might be sitting on a fortune. Coins like these remind us that sometimes, even the smallest treasures can hold incredible value. Asterisk. We're talking about a humble-looking coin that could be worth a fortune. Asterisk. The 1980 Lincoln penny. Asterisk. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny from 1980 could be worth millions. Stick around to find out how you can spot one of these rare gems in your own pocket change. Let's start with a quick overview of the 1980 Lincoln penny. It's part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, minted between 1959 and 2008. These pennies were made from 95% copper and 5% zinc. The 1980 penny is no different in this regard. Now, you might be thinking, asterisk, how can a penny be worth more than just 1 cent? Asterisk. It all comes down to errors, mint marks, and rarity. There are a few specific features that could make a 1980 Lincoln penny worth millions. One of the biggest reasons is a rare mint error that occurred during production. These errors can be anything from misstrikes to off-center errors or even double dies. The 1980 penny we're talking about today is especially valuable if it has a major die error, like the highly sought-after double die obverse, where you'll see the design, particularly Lincoln's face or the lettering, appearing doubled. Coins with this type of minting mistake can command insane prices at auction. So how can you tell if your 1980 Lincoln penny is one of these rare and valuable coins? Here are some things to look out for. Double die obverse, DDO. Look closely at the date, the word Liberty, and In God We Trust. If you see any doubling, you might have a treasure. Off-center strikes. Check if the coin's design isn't perfectly aligned in the center. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin could be. Mint mark errors. If you find a penny with a weird or missing mint mark, that's also a sign of value. Now, let's talk about how much these rare 1980 Lincoln pennies are worth. Depending on the condition and rarity of the error, these pennies have sold for thousands, or even millions of dollars at auction. A pristine, uncirculated penny with a major error could easily fetch 6 or 7 figures from the right collector. That's life-changing money for a coin you might just find lying around in your house or change jar. If you think you found a rare 1980 Lincoln penny, the first thing you should do is get it evaluated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies will authenticate your coin and assign it a grade, which helps determine its value. Once it's graded, you can either auction it off or keep it as a valuable piece of your coin collection. So, who's heading to their coin jar after this video? Remember, you never know what treasure might be hiding in your change. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin. We're diving into the mystery behind the 1981 Lincoln penny that might just make you a millionaire. The Lincoln penny, first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, is one of the most iconic coins in American history. But what makes the 1981 Lincoln penny stand out? Why are collectors and investors willing to pay eye-watering amounts for this particular year? In 1981, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln pennies, but as we know in the world of coin collecting, rarity and minting errors are the key to unlocking a coin's true value. Let's break it down. First off, let's talk about the composition. The 1981 Lincoln penny was made from 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, in 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a primarily zinc penny with a thin copper coating, meaning that 1981 was the last full year for the original copper pennies. Collectors love these last-of-their-kind pennies, but the real treasure lies in the coins with rare minting errors or those in pristine, uncirculated condition. When examining your 1981 Lincoln penny, look closely at the mint mark, which could be D for Denver or S for San Francisco. If your penny has a double die error, where parts of the image appear duplicated, you could be sitting on a gold mine. A double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, creating a visible doubling effect on letters or numbers. A 1981 Lincoln penny with a double die error could easily fetch thousands, even hundreds of thousands, at auction. Proof pennies from 1981, which were minted in San Francisco, are another hot item. These coins were struck with extra care for collectors and can be identified by their sharp details and mirror-like finish. If you find a 1981 proof penny in perfect condition, known as mint state, its value could soar. One 1981 Lincoln penny in perfect condition, graded MS 68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, sold for over $6,000. But the price can rise even higher if your coin has any unique features. So, what does this mean for you? Well, if you have a 1981 Lincoln penny, especially one that's been sitting in a jar or a drawer for decades, now's the time to take a closer look. Even a penny in near-perfect condition can be worth serious money. Here's what you can do. First, examine your coin carefully with a magnifying glass for any errors or unique features. If you suspect you've got something special, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to get it certified. Certification will give you a clear idea of your penny's grade and authenticity, which could be the key to unlocking its true value. Who would have thought that a simple 1981 Lincoln penny could be worth so much? Whether it's because of a minting error, its pristine condition, or even a proof version, these coins are more than just pocket change, they could be your ticket to a huge payday. We're talking about a penny that might be worth more than you think, *the 1986 Lincoln penny*. Some rare versions of this coin have fetched as much as millions of dollars at auction. Stay tuned to find out if you might be sitting on a small fortune. The 1986 Lincoln penny is part of the famous Lincoln Cent series, featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Most of these pennies are pretty common, billions were minted between Philadelphia and Denver, but there are certain versions of the 1986 penny that could be worth a lot more. So, why are some 1986 Lincoln pennies so valuable? It's all about rare errors and unique mint conditions. Coins that have minting mistakes, also known as error coins, can be extremely valuable to collectors. Some of the errors that could make your 1986 penny worth big bucks include when the design isn't perfectly centered. This happens when the coin is struck twice, giving a doubled image on certain parts. Sometimes pennies are mistakenly minted on a metal meant for another coin. These kinds of mistakes make coins incredibly rare and desirable to collectors, driving prices into the millions. In fact, some of these error coins have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. For example, a 1986 penny with a rare mint error recently sold for over $1 million at auction. That's right, just a tiny mistake during the minting process can turn a 1-cent coin into $1 million treasure. Now, I bet you're wondering, could I have one of these valuable pennies in my collection? Here's how you can check if your 1986 penny is worth more than face value. * Check for doubling on the date, the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." A standard penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's significantly different, it could be on the wrong planchet. If you think you've got a rare 1986 penny, the next step is to have it professionally authenticated. Certified coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can officially grade and verify your coin's condition and authenticity. This is essential if you want to sell it at auction or to a serious collector. So, there you have it, your 1986 Lincoln penny could be worth millions if it has a rare mint error. Check your change, your old piggy bank, or that forgotten coin jar, you never know what hidden treasure you might find. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about more valuable coins. We're diving deep into the 1991 Lincoln penny that could be worth millions. Yes, you heard that right, a penny potentially worth millions of dollars. Now, the 1991 Lincoln penny was minted like any other penny. Over 5 billion of them were produced in Philadelphia and Denver. But, there are a few incredibly rare variations that make certain 1991 pennies extremely valuable, even reaching the $1 million mark at auction. Let's break it down. First off, the 1991 Lincoln penny is a classic copper-plated zinc coin, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. But what makes certain 1991 pennies stand out? It all comes down to error coins and high-quality grades. Error coins are pennies that have mistakes made during the minting process, like double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors make them unique and highly sought after by collectors. One of the most valuable errors for the 1991 Lincoln penny is the double die obverse, DDO. This happens when the die strikes the coin twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect. The doubling might be seen in Lincoln's profile, the date, or the word Liberty. If you spot this kind of doubling, you're holding on to a potential treasure. But that's not all. Another key to the penny's value is its condition. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded MS 65 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, could easily fetch hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Now, I know what you're thinking, how do I know if my 1991 Lincoln penny is worth a fortune? Here are some quick tips to check your coin. Look closely at 1991, Liberty, and In God We Trust. Do you see any doubling or misalignment? Look for any unusual marks, off-center strikes, or cracks that make your coin unique. Does your penny look brand new, without scratches or wear? If it's in excellent condition, you might have a high-grade penny. One particular 1991 penny, graded as MS 69 by PCGS, sold for an astounding amount. These types of high-grade or error coins can easily attract bids from collectors and investors. So, it's definitely worth taking a second look at your coin stash. If you think you have a valuable 1991 Lincoln penny, here's what to do next. Submit your coin to a certified grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate its value. Sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Stax Bowers have real-time listings for rare coins. You might be surprised by what collectors are willing to pay. A reputable coin dealer can help you determine whether your penny is worth millions or just a cool collectible. And there you have it, folks. The 1991 Lincoln penny could be more than just a simple cent in your change, it could be worth millions. Be sure to check your coins carefully, and who knows, you might strike gold, or should I say, copper. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more coin stories, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads. We've got something special, the 1993 Lincoln penny. And yes, you heard that right, some of these pennies are worth millions of dollars. Stick around to find out why, and how you might have one in your possession. The Lincoln penny has been around for over a century, but not all pennies are created equal. The 1993 penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the main facilities responsible for producing billions of pennies each year. While it was intended to be an ordinary, everyday coin, some rare errors and unique characteristics have made specific 1993 Lincoln pennies incredibly valuable. So, why are some of these pennies worth millions of dollars? Let me explain. There are a few key reasons why certain 1993 Lincoln pennies fetch such high prices. The most important one is mint errors. These errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin's production, resulting in a unique flaw that collectors go crazy for. Some of the most valuable 1993 D Lincoln pennies include errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or incorrect planchets. The more dramatic and rare the error, the higher the value. Now, I know what you're thinking: how much are these pennies really worth? Well, here's where it gets exciting. Some of these error coins have been sold at auction for hundreds of thousands, and in extremely rare cases, they've even crossed the $1 million mark. In 2023, a 1993 D Lincoln penny with an ultra-rare mint error sold for an unbelievable price, making it one of the most valuable pennies in modern history. These sales are few and far between, but when they happen, they can be life-changing. So, how do you know if the 1993 D Lincoln penny you have is worth millions? Here are a few steps to check. Examine the coin carefully. Look for any unusual marks, misalignments, or doubling in the text or design. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to get a closer look at the details. Sometimes, the most valuable errors are small but significant. Compare your coin with certified error coins online to see if there's a match. Websites like PCGS or NGC have extensive databases that can help you identify these rare errors. If you think you have something special, consider getting it professionally graded. Grading companies can authenticate your coin and give it an official grade, which can significantly increase its value if it's an error coin. So there you have it, folks. The 1993 D Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin, but if you're lucky enough to find one with a rare mint error, it could be worth a small fortune. Be sure to check your change, your old coin jars, or even your grandparents' collection. You never know where one of these rare pennies could be hiding. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more coin collecting tips and stories about rare coins worth millions. Leave a comment below if you think you might have a valuable penny, and as always, happy hunting. We're talking about a 2001 Lincoln penny that is worth, wait for it, $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny that could change your life forever. Most of us wouldn't give a second thought to a penny minted in 2001. But what if I told you that a rare variation of this coin has sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auction? Before we dive into why this penny is so valuable, let's talk a bit about the history behind the 2001 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, featuring the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front. By 2001, millions of pennies were minted, but most of them are made from copper-plated zinc. So, what makes one of these 2001 pennies worth $1 million when so many were minted? Well, the answer lies in errors and rarities. Some pennies from this year were accidentally minted with unique errors, making them highly sought after by collectors. Coins with minting errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks, are often worth more than their face value. In some cases, like the 2001 penny we're talking about, the errors are so rare that they can command unbelievable prices at auction. So what makes the 2001 penny so special that it sold for $1 million? There have been reports of a unique error on a small batch of 2001 Lincoln pennies. These errors can include things like double-struck designs, or an error in the metal composition. These pennies were found to be struck on planchets meant for foreign coins or other U.S. denominations, making them extremely rare. One of these rare error pennies sold for over $1 million at auction, creating a frenzy in the coin collecting community. Collectors will pay top dollar for error coins in pristine condition, especially when they are certified by trusted grading companies. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. How can you spot one of these valuable 2001 Lincoln pennies in your own collection? First, you'll want to carefully examine any 2001 pennies you have for errors. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to check for signs of doubling on the letters or numbers, unusual markings, or any irregularities on the coin's surface. Look for things like double dies, where the design appears slightly doubled, or coins that have been struck off-center. Also, check the weight of the penny. Some error coins were struck on the wrong metal, which will give them a slightly different weight. If you think you found a rare 2001 penny, the next step is getting it graded. Grading companies like PCGS or NGC will authenticate and grade your coin, which is essential if you want to sell it for big bucks. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins in mint condition, with little to no wear, are the ones that tend to fetch the highest prices. And once your penny is graded, it's time to take it to auction or sell it to a private collector. Who knows? You might just become a millionaire from a single penny. So, the next time you're sorting through your change or looking at that jar of pennies collecting dust, be sure to check for a rare 2001 Lincoln penny. It could be the find of a lifetime. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2003 Lincoln penny, a coin that could make you a millionaire. Stick around as I show you what to look for, why this coin is so valuable, and how you can check your change to see if you're sitting on a fortune. So, let's start with the basics. The 2003 Lincoln penny was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, with the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Now, most of these pennies are only worth their face value, just 1 cent, but there are some incredibly rare versions that have sold for thousands and even millions of dollars at auction. What makes these 2003 Lincoln pennies so valuable? It all comes down to errors and variations. The most famous error is the double die variety, where the coin's design was accidentally stamped twice. This creates a doubled effect, especially visible in Lincoln's portrait, the text, or the numbers on the coin. If you spot doubling on your coin, especially on the word Liberty or the date 2003, you might be holding on to something worth a fortune. Aside from minting errors, other factors that can increase the value of a 2003 penny include the coin's condition, rarity, and whether it has unique features like an off-center strike or planchet errors. The higher the coin's grade, the more valuable it can be. A 2003 Lincoln penny in mint condition, graded MS 67 or higher, can fetch thousands of dollars. That's why it's important to keep an eye on the condition of any coin you find. Alright, so how do you check if your 2003 penny is worth millions? First, grab a magnifying glass or a coin loop. Look closely at Lincoln's profile and the text, especially Liberty and the date. You're checking for doubling, but also look for any odd shapes or defects that could indicate a rare error. If you're unsure, consider taking the coin to a professional grader or a local coin shop for expert analysis. Believe it or not, people have found rare 2003 pennies that sold for big bucks. One such penny, with a unique error, was sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Imagine finding something like that in your change jar. So, there you have it, that humble 2003 penny in your wallet could be worth way more than just a cent. Start checking your coins, and who knows? You might discover a hidden treasure. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more coin collecting tips, and let me know in the comments if you found any interesting pennies in your collection. We're diving into one of the most surprising coins in recent history, the 2008 Lincoln penny. Could it really be worth millions? Well, stick around, because you might have one in your collection that could change your life. The 2008 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and while it might seem like any ordinary coin, this penny has a special place in the world of coin collecting. You may wonder, how can a penny, something as common as this, be valued at millions of dollars? Let's talk about the key to this coin's immense value: mint errors. Serious collectors seek out coins that have rare flaws, and the 2008 penny has a few that make it extremely valuable. The most sought-after errors on this coin include double dies, off-center strikes, and even die cracks. These unique imperfections can dramatically increase the value of a penny. One of the most notable errors found on the 2008 Lincoln penny is the double die obverse. If you take a close look at the lettering, especially on Lincoln's profile or the words, "In God We Trust," you might notice doubling, a sign of a double die error. Coins with these features have fetched astonishing prices at auction. In fact, one of these error coins sold for over $1 million at auction. The rarity of the mint error combined with the demand from collectors made this simple penny worth a fortune. So, always check your 2008 D pennies carefully, you could be holding a hidden gem. Now, how do you know if your penny has these valuable traits? First, you'll want to carefully inspect it under a magnifying glass or, even better, with a coin microscope. Look for doubling on the lettering, any signs of off-center striking, or other anomalies that can signal a rare error. If you think you found a special 2008 D Lincoln penny, it's worth getting it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grading can significantly increase its value, and auctions or private sales are more likely to trust graded coins. So, have you checked your pennies yet? This 2008 D Lincoln penny might just be your ticket to $1 million payday. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin collecting tips and videos on rare coins worth thousands, even millions. Let me know in the comments if you've come across any rare coins yourself. We're diving into the fascinating world of coins and exploring a remarkable treasure, the 2016 Lincoln penny that can fetch up to $1 million. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about rare finds, stay tuned. First, let's talk about the 2016 Lincoln penny. It was produced to honor the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, featuring his iconic profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. While most of these pennies are common and worth just 1 cent, there are exceptional varieties that are worth significantly more. So, what's the secret behind the $1 million value? It all comes down to a rare minting error. Some 2016 Lincoln pennies were mistakenly struck with the D mint mark of the Denver Mint, but they feature a unique design or flaw that makes them incredibly sought after by collectors. To identify this valuable coin, look for specific characteristics, check for unusual features on the Lincoln image or the memorial side. Make sure it's a D mint mark. The penny's condition is crucial. Higher grades mean higher value, so the closer to mint state it is, the better. The demand for these rare pennies has skyrocketed, driven by collectors eager to complete their collections. Prices can vary significantly based on condition and market trends, but some have sold for astronomical amounts, proving that even a penny can turn into a treasure. If you think you might have one of these rare 2016 Lincoln pennies, here's what to do: consult with a professional coin dealer or appraiser. Having it graded by a reputable service can boost its value. Use online platforms like eBay or specialized coin auction sites to reach potential buyers. In conclusion, the 2016 Lincoln penny may seem ordinary at first glance, but with the right characteristics, it can be $1 million find. If you enjoyed learning about this rare coin, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more coin-related content. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2018 D Lincoln penny, a seemingly ordinary coin with the potential to be worth $1 million. Let's find out why this penny has collectors buzzing. The Lincoln penny, first minted in 1909, has undergone various design changes over the years. The 2018 D coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Union Shield on the reverse, symbolizing unity and strength. So, what makes the 2018 D Lincoln penny special? It's not just the design. Certain 2018 D pennies have been discovered with rare errors that significantly increase their value. Some of these coins feature minting errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes. Collectors and numismatists pay top dollar for these errors. For instance, a 2018 D penny with a noticeable doubling can fetch prices in the thousands, with some estimates reaching into the millions for the rarest specimens. According to coin experts, the market for error coins is booming, and the 2018 D Lincoln penny is becoming a hot topic among collectors. If you happen to stumble upon one of these rare coins in your change, you might want to hold on to it. Here's how you can check if your 2018 D penny is worth a fortune. First, look for any visible errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling, misprints, or off-centers. Also, consider getting your coin professionally graded to determine its condition and potential market value. Coin shows and online auctions are great places to buy, sell, or trade these rare pennies. Always do your research to understand current market trends and values. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and tricks. And remember, keep your eyes peeled for that 2018 Lincoln penny. You never know when you might strike gold. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, focusing on a specific treasure that many may overlook, the 2020 Lincoln penny. You won't believe its value. This little coin could be worth $1 million. Stick around to find out why. The 2020 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and like its counterparts, it features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. But what makes this coin stand out from the rest? One of the key reasons the 2020 Lincoln penny has become so valuable is due to specific errors that occurred during minting. For instance, some collectors have reported finding examples with a unique double die or unexpected minting marks. These errors can significantly increase a coin's value. Demand among collectors has skyrocketed for this coin, especially those with minting errors. As more people enter the hobby and seek out unique pieces for their collections, prices have soared. In fact, some listings have reached over $1 million. Let's talk about how you can identify if your 2020 Lincoln penny could be worth big bucks. Look for the following features. Make sure it's a D for Denver. Check for double die errors or any unusual characteristics. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition fetch higher prices. If you think you found a valuable 2020 Lincoln penny, your next step is crucial. Get it appraised by a reputable coin dealer. They can help confirm its authenticity and value. If it turns out to be an error coin, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, keep an eye on those pennies. The 2020 Lincoln penny may seem ordinary, but with the right features, it can be a collector's dream. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting tips and discoveries. Happy hunting! We're diving into a truly remarkable coin, the 1964 Lincoln penny. You might be wondering, what's so special about this penny? Well, hold on tight, because this little piece of history could be worth $1 million. First, let's talk about what makes the 1964 Lincoln penny unique. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin features the iconic design by Victor David Brenner. But it's not just the design that's interesting, it's what happened during its production that catches collectors' attention. In 1964, the US was transitioning from silver to copper for its coins. This means that a limited number of pennies were produced with the old minting process. Only a few escaped into circulation, leading to their rarity. While millions of 1964 pennies were minted, it's the specific variety that collectors crave. The D mint mark indicates it was made in Denver, but the real treasure lies in the ones that were struck with a specific error. Now, what's the secret to these pennies being valued at $1 million? It's known as the double die error. This occurs when a coin is struck twice by the die, resulting in a ghosted image of Lincoln on the front. If you find one of these rare varieties, you could be holding a gold mine. In recent years, pristine examples of the 1964 double die have sold at auction for upwards of $1 million. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most ordinary coins can hold extraordinary value. So, how can you tell if your 1964 penny is worth this much? Here are some tips. Look for the D below the date. Use a magnifying glass to look for any signs of doubling on the lettering and Lincoln's profile. Coins in excellent condition, graded MS 65 or higher, fetch higher prices. Before you rush to check your piggy bank, remember, not every 1964 penny is worth a fortune. You'll want to consult with a professional appraiser or a reputable coin dealer to verify its value. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the 1964 Lincoln penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you find that $1 million penny, let us know in the comments below. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and specifically, we're going to explore a little piece of history that could be worth $1 million, the 1967 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been a staple in American currency since 1909. By 1967, it featured the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what makes the 1967 penny so special? Let's find out. While most 1967 pennies are worth only their face value, there are rare varieties that can fetch astonishing prices. The key to the $1 million value lies in a specific type of 1967 penny, the double die obverse. This occurs when the coin is struck twice, causing a noticeable doubling of the image and lettering. These errors are incredibly rare, and collectors go to great lengths to find them. A pristine double-die 1967 Lincoln penny can be worth anywhere from $1,000 to over $1 million, depending on its condition. Now, how can you tell if your 1967 penny is a rare one? Here are some tips. Look closely at the date and the word Liberty. If you see a split or shadow effect, you might have a double die. Coins in mint condition are far more valuable. Look for scratches or signs of wear. If you think you have a winner, consider getting it professionally graded by a reputable service. A higher grade means a higher value. If you discover that you have a valuable 1967 Lincoln penny, you might be wondering where to sell it. Here are a few options. Many dealers are willing to buy rare coins. Websites like eBay or specialized coin auction sites can connect you with collectors willing to pay top dollar. Attend local or national coin shows where you can meet collectors and dealers face to face. So, there you have it. The 1967 Lincoln penny might look like just another penny, but it could be your ticket to a small fortune. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and don't forget to check your pocket change. You never know what hidden treasures you might find.